Good afternoon and welcome to Phoenix Media Hub, the place where we catch up with figures, representatives around Queensland and community members to bring you the latest news of what's on, promote everything local and what you can do to get involved with and around the community and how. Joining us today is voice lecturer from the University of Southern Queensland Toowoomba campus, Bernadette Meenach. Good afternoon.
There. Thanks for having me.
So, you're a voice lecturer. What exactly does that entail?
I work with actors and basically I teach them about breathing and resonance and articulation and range and basically help them be able to use their voices for any sort of stage work, screen work, do accents and dialects, things like that.
Okay, so it's mostly to do with drama?
It's across the board, so
okay.
Film, television, radio, the whole kit and caboodle.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And how do you go about training the students in these skills?
Usually in first year you do just basic foundation skills, so you learn a series of exercises and you learn a bit of theory about why you're doing these things, and then you get put into different, I suppose, tests in a way. You know, you do scene work on stage, you do scene work on film, you do voiceover work, all those different things, so that finally by the end of the 3 years you can feel like you've got a voice that's going to be able to sustain a career.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So I understand that you have a performance coming up, Judy Strikes Back. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Judy Strikes Back, Judy meaning Judy Garland. Do you know who Judy Garland is at all?
I think so.
So Judy Garland, she was an actress who started working in the 1930s, and she played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that's where I know her from.
Yeah. Now, throughout her life, she did a lot of things beyond Dorothy, and there's a lot of people who see her as a bit of a legend. And the play is about unpacking some of that legend. There's a lot of people who think that she had a dreadfully, dreadfully sad life, and my production is actually questioning why is it that we want to turn certain women into tragic figures, whereas men who've had similar lives are maybe perceived as heroes.
Okay. What inspired you to come up with that idea?
I'd played Judy Garland in a production of Boy from Oz that Lewis Jones directed. And so many people came up to me afterwards and said, "Oh, poor Judy, she had such a terrible life." And I started thinking, I would hate to die and think that people just thought that my life was a tragedy. And so I started investigating how I could create a piece of cabaret that so was still fun and cheeky and, you know, a bit risque, but could have a dialogue with an audience about that issue to go, really? So we want to just put people in pigeonholes like that? I think we might be doing it to Miley Cyrus at the moment, you know, child star, now she's dabbling in drugs. If she dies by the time she's 40, we'll all go, oh, what a tragedy, but we knew it was going to happen. And I want to discuss that with an audience through singing and dancing.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you raised Miley Cyrus, because I've actually read that she's doing a lot of fantastic work outside that just never gets reported.
Yeah.
So how long have you been working on this production for?
This one has been in drafting, so I've written it, so I've got original songs in it, so I've got a composer that's working with me. So this one's been on the go for about 3 months, but it's part of a bigger project that started about 2 years ago. So there was another play as well that dealt with a similar sort of issue, and so this one's the second part of that. Okay,
and so you've taken lessons from the last one, and you're hoping to make this performance even bigger and better? Yeah,
absolutely. And in fact, I did surveys at the end of the performance of the first one, and asked the audience about what sort of things would they like to see and ideas that they might have, suggestions. And so people who are interested in coming back to see this second version may well see stuff that they suggested.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what can we expect at the performance if we go?
Well, at the Judith Wright Centre of Contemporary Arts, it's all going to be cabaret seating, so round tables, you can order wine or any other form of beverage from the bar, you can order some tapas and basically, you know, sit and have a good time as you watch singing, dancing. I'll tell some stories, and there's actually more than one Judy Garland in this show, so people need to stay tuned for that.
Okay, sounds fantastic. Bernadette, thank you very much for coming and talking to us today.
Thank you so much.
And this production is running at the Judith Wright Centre of Contemporary Arts from August 13 to 15. If you would like any more information on the production, and if you want tickets to the show, just visit the website www.judithwrightcentre.com and follow the links. You're watching Phoenix Media Hub. Don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more coming up.